Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be reviewing the new Shelby Super Baja. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out this truck and the rest of the inventory that they currently have. And if you don't already know, Ed Kenley Ford does not charge markups on their vehicles ever. So if you want a great deal on a Ford in general, reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So powering this is the standard power stroke, which is a 6.7 liter turbo diesel V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It puts out a whopping 475 horsepower and then 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see the two stripes here in the center. I think it looks super cool. And then we've got the hood vent here at the top, just like what you have on the regular Raptor, the F-150 Raptor. And you have more venting here as well. Just gives the truck such an aggressive appearance with the hood. And then just like a Raptor, it has marker lights there in the grille. Of course, we got the Shelby logo here as well. And then look at the giant headlights with the Super Duty. Looks crazy with this. We also have a light bar here built on the bumper, and I like how you've got the little kind of bull bar right there. I think that looks pretty cool. You've got recovery points here at the bottom, and then you guys can see the rest of that bumper setup, and you also see the steering stabilizer set up here at the bottom as well. And putting it all together, I mean, this truck, you guys probably saw from the thumbnail, super tall. I mean, it really does have a ton of presence. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 37 by 13.5 by 20 in the front and over in the rear. And I think these wheels look so cool with the design. Of course, got the Shelby logo there in the center. And these are mud terrain tires, looks like. Pretty dang aggressive. And then this is lifted compared to regular Super Duty. We also have the Race Series shocks here with this. So you can see the whole setup. They are adjustable. You can see the little adjustment right there. But yeah, pretty crazy setup. It'll be interesting to see how this drives. You still have a solid front axle because, again, it's a Super Duty, so it'll be interesting to see how that kind of all goes together. Got these giant fender flares that are added. I think you can see the Shelby logo here on the side, Shelby down below. And then you actually have this protection here that actually covers the side step that's just below. It's got power side steps, so I'll open up the door so you can see. So pretty cool setup with that. So funny to see a bumper step on this because literally you have to do like a giant lunge just to use this because of how tall the truck sits now. And then we do have upgraded shocks and everything in the back as well. And then this is a 250, so you don't have as many leafs as what you'd have in a 350. And then of course solid rear axle. And this is cool, they blacked out the exhaust tips here. And then you can see Shelby Super Baja on the side. And then here is the side profile with the Shelby Super Baja. Again, this thing looks insane. So just to give you guys an idea of the scale of this truck. That's a lifted F-150 on 35s, and it looks like a pipsqueak. And then this is like a regular F-150. And I mean, we've got a Super Duty right there. I mean, you just see this next to a regular Super Duty, it's crazy. Now this is built off of a Lariat, so you do have the Lariat key fob and all of that, and so we're gonna pop the bed down. Now this does have bed liner added to it, which, yeah, really cool texturing on this. I don't think I've ever seen bed liner on like this before on a pickup truck. It could also be the rain kind of making it look a little bit different. Anyways, we've got two spare tires here in the back in normal Baja truck fashion, which just looks cool and it's practical, right? If you ever pop a tire while you're off-road. And then we have a chase rack here as well. It says Shelby on it, and you've got the light bar there at the top. It looks like this is the adjustable light bar. You can see the strut right there where you can adjust the light bar up and down. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, that's such a cool thing to have. And then we do also have an upgraded rear bumper as well, and you can see those lights in it just like the front bumper. But yeah, when you put it all together, there is not a bad angle on this truck. It just looks like a beast from every single angle. I mean, look at this thing. So like most of these Shelby builds, they don't really change anything with the door panel, so you got a little bit of wood trim right there. But again, the power side steps, those help out quite a bit. And then we've got these really cool custom seats, just like what you have in the regular Shelby Raptor. And then you've got some carbon fiber here in the back as well. Heated seats, all that, because again, it's a loaded up Lariat. And this leads us to the front. So I want to quickly show with getting in. So you do have to kind of step up a little bit, and then you just got to step up again, because I mean, it's really high off the ground, but it's not too bad with getting in and out. And then starting it up, got the full digital gauge cluster. You can see carbon fiber trim all around the steering wheel. And then you got tons of carbon fiber around the dash as well that's been added with this package. And then on the side too. And then you can see here, Shelby F-250 Super Baja. Got the regular center console. But yeah, outside of that, in the seats, of course, which here's a better look at the front seat against the Super Baja in it. Really nice trim. That's the biggest change. And then I do want to mention, since this is the loaded up Lariat, it does have a 360 camera, which is needed in a truck that's this big, because yeah, parking this without a 360 camera system, it's not impossible, but it would be kind of difficult. You also have 6 auxiliary switches. Some of these are tied into the lights and everything. And then we also have the panoramic center fin this. And then we've got this little switch added here. This is for the light bar in the back to raise and lower it. And then I forgot to show you guys payload earlier. So payload capacity on this truck is 963 pounds? Nope, I read that wrong. 963 kilograms, 2,122 pounds. So yeah, a little bit more than 9. That would be crazy if it was only 963. So there's quite a bit of glare, so it's kind of hard to see the window sticker, but this has all of the upgrades. Normally this is, you know, the part where I should give you guys the chance to freeze a frame. Shelby does have a website that you can go to, and you can see everything that's been added to the Super Baja with this. It looks like everything is standard. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like everything's standard equipment with this. So this just comes like this as standard. So if you want to see any individual parts, just check out their website. Anyways, total MSRP $147,875. So this is only like what, $3,000 more than the MSRP on the Baja Raptor, because the Baja Raptor is like 144, I think. Crazy. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both of the mirrors do have blind spot warning with the rest of the rear. A couple things I forgot to mention in the Walkaround. We do have a rear locking differential, and they've got fancy pedals with this as well. So there's just a couple more things with this. But yes, let's set off in what I'm going to call Truck Norris. See what I did there? This is insane. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. Maybe something about when a Super Duty takes steroids, because yeah, I mean, again, look, that's a regular Raptor, and this just towers above it. It is insane how big this truck is. And you know, the other thing, speaking of Raptor, like, everyone's been asking for a Super Duty Raptor from Ford for years, and this is, well, basically a Super Duty Raptor. It's got the race series shocks, it's got 37-inch tall tires, and it's got the style of a Raptor. And it's a diesel. Yeah, so the Power Stroke does not struggle to move those tires at all. I know some people are gonna be wondering, why didn't they do the high output Power Stroke with this? And again, from my personal experience driving the high output and the regular, there's not really a perceivable difference with the acceleration. The high output, although has more power on paper, it just doesn't really feel any quicker. And so I just, you know, I think that it would just make the truck needlessly more expensive, if that makes sense. Man, this thing's such a beast. You feel like you're driving just like a tank. And the suspension's actually extremely comfortable for a Super Duty. Like, the Super Duty already, you know, does a pretty good job, but this, I would say, elevates it even more so. Yeah, really good torque. So again, you don't have any issues with moving the 37s. Now the mud terrain tires are, they're louder. If you wanted less noise, then you could switch to all terrains. But they don't ride harsh. Wow, this rides amazingly well. I'm shocked. Again, we have solid front rear axles. We've got HD springs and all of that. Well, I guess this lifted, so they changed out the springs, but still, it's an HD truck. Man, this rides way better than I expected it to. And again, I don't know what the shocks are set at right now. They are adjustable. But whatever they're set at right now, it's comfy. Stopping power is not bad. The brakes you don't have like a struggle with the brakes. Sometimes with these huge trucks with huge tires, braking can be a little bit of an issue, but it doesn't seem like that's a problem with this. And yeah, I love this truck. I came into this review not thinking too much of it. I thought that it's, you know, it's going to be a big lifted Ford, but this is really cool. And the view out over the hood's so cool as well. And it's not hard to steer either. Again, you'd think that with the lift and everything, it might make the steering weird. There's a little bit of vagueness to it. Again, solid front axle truck, but it's not weird. I think that person was going to try to go through the red light. Audis, man. Audis, man. So, something's up here with the Shelby Super Baja. This is a Super Duty Raptor. You know, could Ford still make a Super Duty Raptor? Sure, if they wanted to. But I don't think it's necessary. I think that this kind of fills that, and let me know if you don't agree with me, but I feel like this kind of fills that niche, because it has the shocks, it has the big tires, it has the looks. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, but I think this is the coolest HD truck I have reviewed this year. It drives so well. Some of these HD builds, not so great with the driving, but this drives so well. The only other truck that, you know, in terms of like big HDs that I really like is that Prospector XL from AEV. But my only beef with that is that I wish AEV would work on, you know, do like a Super Duty build, because the problem with the Prospector XL is not the packaging, not the shocks, it's just the truck that it's built off of, to be honest. Like, the Ram HD is so old at this point that, yeah, that package would be really cool on like something like this. It's a little bit more modern. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the Shelby Super Baja, and is it worth the price tag of what a house used to cost like 20 years ago?